It's Fred here from Hillians Bricks, and as you can see I've got a shared screen on my screen here. So what I'm going to be doing today is taking you through this Lego auction that happened yesterday, Friday the 31st of January. And I ended up winning some auctions, but I'm just going to go through all the lots that were sold, and then you'll see the pricing as well. So there's quite a lot of them, so this could be a lengthy video. Later on this week I have to, well, probably next week, I have to go and collect it as well, which is going to be a bit of a ball ache. But maybe I'll also record that, and then you can see what it was like. But yeah, let's go through these lots. I think there are about 50 or 60 lots, and you will see what the price is. So this first one here was lot 6449, so it was a lot of Duplo. You can actually zoom into this. And the next thing, this was also part of this lot, so loose parts. Let me just move my camera a bit, so the mouse is in the way. And that was £55. Now it's worth knowing that this was the hammer price. On top of that you have to add 29.7%, so 30% on top of that. So this is not just £55. It was probably going to be closer to like 75, 80 pounds when you put all the fees in. So yeah, that was the first one. So just to let you guys know, this was a one-off auction for someone, I think, who had passed away and had a huge Lego collection, and basically they put it in all various lots. So there's a lot of Lego, and I ended up winning a few lots as well. So next one was interesting. I bid on this one, but didn't go all the way. One thing that I spotted here was this set here, which is the Ninjago City, the first one, so the big modular one. And they also have, which what I believe is the lighthouse, motorized lighthouse. I think that's probably buried under there. But yeah, some other parts and bits and bobs, loads of loose parts, obviously all used bricks. If you look at that, that went for £200, so not too bad really. So if you add in the fees, it's about 265 in total. So I decided to let that go, but for whoever knew that this Ninjago City set is in there, has himself a good deal. Next is a lot that wasn't very interesting at all to me. Lots of Duplo, some loose footballs. This went for £60, so skip that one. Next, this went for £280. You can see there's a Hogwarts Express here. A lot of these parts here for these palm trees, these are quite valuable actually, these palm trees. I'm pretty sure this is some old space related stuff as well. And a box full of minifigures. If I zoom in, see a red space kind of guy maybe, but I wasn't convinced. I didn't bid on this. But this went for quite a hefty price of 280. So and this was obviously online and in a room where they had the auction held. So next we've got a few loose bits and bobs. I think that's just the instruction manual for the train rather than the train. Again, some blue bits, Duplo, part of a space thing. Nothing much of interest here for me, and that ended up going for £80. This was just, again, old Duplo, went for £70. Few loose parts here. Not exactly sure what that was, but yeah, that was £70 hammer price. Starting to get more interesting here. This was for £280. So you got Pirates of Barracuda Bay, an actual pirate ship as well. The chess set. I'm not sure what this build here is at the front. And some more chess related stuff, and some Technic here. Is that Technic? No, it's just cars, so old cars. So this went, I think that was quite a good value here. This went for 280. I didn't bid for any of this. I had other things that I had in mind later on. Next lot was a Technic. So various Technics, as you can see, they're quite dusty. But again, not my cup of tea. But all this went for, how much was this one? £170, which I think is reasonable. The next we had more Technic vehicles. This went for £200, so all of these for 200. Again, not too bad. If you're a Bricklink store owner and needed different parts, but I hate parting out Technic, so I decided not to go for it. Then we have next lot, 6458, which was Lego Friends. And obviously some flowers there as well, the orchid. Some fairly new friend sets in there as well, some old ones as well. This all went for £160. So again, if you're someone that for parts, that could be very reasonable. Now the next one I was quite interested in, but when I saw how quickly the prices was going up, I decided not to go for it. So this is trains, so the various trains in here. So it had the Maersk train, the city passenger train, another passenger train, the Lone Ranger, and a quantity of minifigures. So as you can see, all this here, lots of good trains here. So if you're in your trains, but that did go for a whopping £1,000. So add fees on top of that, you're looking at £1,300 for these trains. Next was another train lot, and this was even more expensive. This went for 1,500, but these are some older trains. It's got the Horizon Express, some, you know, the Metroliner. It's got the Santa Fe. Yeah, so these are some quite expensive trains, but this went for 1,500 plus fees, so you're talking £2,000 for all this. That was out of my price range, unfortunately, but I would have liked it. Next, we've got some Batmobiles, quite dusty ones. So the 1989 is in here. Oh, there's a few more pictures. We got two tumblers there as well. Oh, I didn't even see there was the Batman head. So interestingly, got some Ninjago figures with him. So clearly the auctioneers didn't have a clue. But yeah, these all went for, how much did they go? This went for 380. Next, we've got this, and you can see you got the Jazz Club modular, the detective's office, and the cafe corner. Now, this went for 650, and you'll be pleased to know that I'm the person who actually ended up buying this. So I got this 650. I thought it's really good. So my plan for this is that I collect the modular buildings, so this is for personal use. I do not have the cafe corner, and I do not have the detective's office. I do have the Jazz Club, so my intention on this one, so actually with the fees, this works out 845. The Jazz Club parts out for about 325 used. I've already got one built, so I'm going to keep the one I've already got built, but part this one out and add it to my Bricklink store. So essentially I got these two other ones for about £500, which I think is amazing, especially the cafe corner. Looks in good condition. I will have to go pick it up. There's no boxes, no instructions, but I didn't mind. I just wanted these sets to kind of like complete my collection. There's a few more I didn't go for because, again, finances wouldn't permit me, but I thought 650, well, 845 I think is a really good deal for both of these. Well, three of them. Next, I've got all these three. So this is obviously the Parisian restaurant, the Brick Bank, and the Fire Brigade. This went for 380. That's very good value. I think that's, I didn't even see that. I was so excited with the other one that I just won that I would kind of like skip this one. But yeah, that's good value really there if you think about it for the parts alone. Next, they have some vehicles here. So most of these are retired. And this went for 190. Very reasonable again. This one has quite a bit of discoloration by the looks of it and dusting. So two London buses and the thing, the Ferris wheel, went for £90. Then we got the Taj Mahal, only £80, but I've got a feeling this would be quite discolored maybe. Again, for the parts, that's probably worth it. This one I was tempted by, but I didn't go for it because I don't have the town hall. I do have the corner garage, I have the bookshop, and I have the diner. I went for 500. That's probably good. That's a really good deal because the town hall is quite expensive. Probably with the parts alone I could have paid off if I wanted to go for it, but I didn't. Hey ho. Next, more modulars. I've got all of these. I went for a very modest 320. Interestingly, this is part of the bookshop, which was in the other lot. So they kind of split that up. They probably thought it was a house, so they kept it there. But yeah, I've got all of these. I didn't bid for it. 320 is cheap. Again, you could just buy them all and part them out. Next was the Camp Nou Stadium, 110, bargain for that. Again, if you wanted to part it out, I've already got one parted out because Emil built it in his channel. Next, I've got all of these, but this was 380. Boutique Hotel, the police station, and the Palace Cinema. Again, not bad value. I'm not sure what all the pricing is for these used as sets, but I didn't go for that one. And we've got another football stadium, is the Bernabeu in Madrid, £110. That's probably good to part out with all the greys and whites and the tan colours, but again, I didn't go for that one. Then we've got some motorbikes, BMW, we've got the Harley Davidson, and there's a few other Technic bikes. How much did this go for? This went for 110, that's not bad. We've got some landmarks here, so we've got the Sydney Opera House, Big Ben, Tower Bridge, of the Statue of Liberty, and what's it called? The Empire State Building. All this went for 260. That's reasonable. Again, I did not bid on that one. Next one I was tempted by, but I know Greengrocers, the shop corner, and this one here for, how much did it go for in the end? 700. Yeah, it's a good deal, that, especially with the Greengrocers involved. So, but again, I did not have the funds to kind of jump onto this. What was next? Next was the Ghostbusters Firehouse, the headquarters, the monsters, here called Fighters, the Ecto 1, and obviously also the Haunted House, which is on the first Haunted House, is not the one that's done as the fairground ride. I was tempted to bid on that, 380. Someone got themselves a good deal here, but again, prioritize other things. Here we've got some trains, I think. Yeah, trains, and I think that looks like 9-volt track. Old train. That went for 120. I was not interested in that. Some more Harry Potter stuff. Oh, this is the big Hogwarts Express. It's the big one, I think. Yeah, that looks like the big one. How much did this go for? 280. That'd be quite good for the parts, that. Old Trafford, that went cheap. 120. Not bad. Next here we've got a few sets. Obviously we've got the Viking Village. That's probably, it did come with a box, but obviously that's already been built. You got the Adidas one, the Superstar, and a few others of the Typewriter and the Orchid. How much did this go for? 200. That's good. Some space related stuff, that's a good deal, 120. Again, I wasn't sure if there was any discoloration or anything. He's got with the Hubble telescope there. 120 is a really good deal. More vehicles, just to zoom in so people can see which ones they all are. Some older ones in there. This went for, how much does this go for? 170. That's a good deal. So yeah, some of these auctions you can get some good deals. The problem is, I think you have to go and collect it. That's going to be my problem next week. I'm going to call them to see if I can actually get it delivered, but I don't think it's going to be likely. More vehicles here. This was 240, so all retired stuff. I was not interested in that. I did put a bid on this one. I wasn't really interested in the train or whatever this thing is on the floor or this, but I was quite interested in the old fishing store here. Again, went 180, which I think is a good deal. But I did not bid anymore. More space related stuff, some really old Lego City stuff. This guy had a massive Lego collection by the look of it, because this all belonged to one person. 140 for all this. Next we've got, I bid on this one, didn't win it, the Joker Mansion. The reason why I bid on this is because I know some of these minifigures are worth quite a fair amount. So the rest I wasn't really interested in. I was more interested in the minifigures to see if they were going to be any good. This ended up going for 260, but I know some of those disco Batmans and stuff, they're like 100 quid minifig. So yeah, that was my rationale behind that one. Didn't win it. Next, some more loose parts, more trees, more bits of randomness. I'm not sure what it all is. Yeah, some base plates. Oh, that looks like it's maybe one of the other parts of... Oh, that looks like a roof of... what's it called? Oh, I forgot what it's called now. Oh, this is it, isn't it? The medieval blacksmith. Yeah, this is the medieval blacksmith in here. I didn't even notice that. Medieval blacksmith in this one. And that looks like maybe some monkey kid here. How much did this go for? 220. More vehicles. So you got the James Bond there, got the Caterham, and a few of the other ones. Interestingly, here they've got the sign of the BMW motorbike, which was in another lot. So clearly the auctioneer didn't have a clue. 200 quid for all that. Next lot, Maersk shipping, two of them, the two ships, and whatever this is. This is like some hovercraft kind of type, I believe. This went for 240. Was not interested in that. There's a lot of aviation, the Sopwith camels there. Some airports, a lot of planes, helicopters. Probably not the best condition, some serious discoloration there. Yeah, I wasn't interested in that. This went for 320. I guess the Sopwith camel in there is probably pushing the price up for that one. Then we go to some other stuff. So we got the helicarrier here. And we obviously got the, what's it called? The village. I forgot what it's called now. Ewok village, that's the one. This went for 350. So I'm not even sure if all the minifigs are there. Have a look around. Oh, there's another Ewok there. But yeah, 350. Good deal. This went for 220, so this is not something of my interest. I got a few of the minifigs there as well. Oh, Steamboat Willie. So yeah, that went for 220. Next lot, that's 6492 now. Some older trucks here. I used to have this as a kid. Look how much discoloration this is now. but I used to have this one here as well. This came with a helicopter, didn't it? Interesting. How much did it all go for? 280. All sorts of random planes here. This went for 140. This is more Technic. Got the Airbus helicopter there, and the fire one. So these are some of the more recent ones, not all of them, but this went for, how much did this go for? 170. 260 for all this. So if you're Technic, there were some good deals to be had. 260 for all of these is really good. Again, I did not go for any of this. More Technic, cranes and things like that. This went for 150. Ships, lots of ships. Needs a good dusting by the look of it, some of them. This went for 160. More vehicles. This went for 240. Then we've got Sanctum Sanctorum, someone who modified the treehouse there with whatever they did there. and the other haunted house, the ride. Uh, this went for 260, and I bought this. My intention is to part this out, all of them. I think the value of parting all this out will be about close to 800, if not more. I've also got another tree house that we built in the house that I'm going to part out, so I'm going to have 2 tree houses parted out. So yeah, I think that'd be worthwhile. I thought whilst I've already got the other one that I bought, I thought for the sake of it, this 3 big sets here for 260 plus the 30% was worthwhile. So these are the 2 lots that I bought. I didn't buy any other lots. I thought it just seemed too good. There's some ships here, quite a lot of old ships in here. Probably worth quite a big chunk of money, this. But yeah, you can see it went for 850. So there's actually multiple pictures. Next we have more vehicles. That went for 150. What was next? This one, some more racing vehicles. Just zoom in. That's got the Top Gear one in there. This went for 160. Now there's a bit of Star Wars stuff. Some of the helmets. It's got Carnage there as well, and Venom. Put them in a different order so you can all see them. So how much did these go for? These went for 240. That's not bad really for all of them if someone is looking to collect them. Obviously, if the TIE Fighter pilot had been in there, it would have probably been 240 for that on its own. But it's not in there. I don't think they had it. Next, we've got some more Star Wars one. Got Slave 1 in there, but I couldn't see if Boba Fett was anywhere around. Some minifigs, not sure if they're all relevant. Small AT-AT. Yeah. How much did this go for? 300. That's a good deal for someone. Yoda, R2-D2. Another TIE Fighter. This went for 220. More Technic cranes. This went for 260, so I'm just going to zoom in to be consistent. Quite a few multiple cranes here. I imagine a few of these are motorized as well. So yeah, 260 for that. Oh, this is this excavator crane, isn't it? Is that a Cat 11? Yeah, that's a big cat. That went for 240. It's a good deal, that. Oh, here. These vehicles, that's a 488. Didn't put the stickers on that one by the looks of it. I got the Bugatti and the Porsche. The Porsche is worth quite a fair amount. How much did these go for? 260. That is a steal. Someone got themselves a good deal there. That is a really good deal. Yeah. Someone had a good deal there. It wasn't me. What are these? This is some random stuff. This, how much did this go for? 95. I think people are getting low on money by the end of this. That's the Mercedes Zetros. Some of the other older Technic stuff. 170. Oh, that's the car transporter. How much did this go for? And I got a few cars on there as well. 200. So yeah, you can get some deals at these auctions. But just worth remembering, you have to pay 30% on top of the price you see here, and obviously depends on who's participating in the auctions. So got some interesting cars here on this car transporter. There's also the heavy duty tow truck here. So that one. How much did this go for? 240. It's good value. More cranes and diggers. Excavator 190. That's a steal. More Technic. There's the Volvo, the back. This went for 130, all of this. Wow. That's good. I wish I had more cash from a part-out perspective. That would have been good. Some of the smaller vehicles here. Oh, well, not smaller. This is the big Lamborghini, the Peugeot, and this Audi. These are fairly new. 160. God, another steal. That is really good. Some older vehicles, apart from this one's fairly new, and that one, the Senna. How much was this for? £80. Oh, we got the Daytona, Porsche 911, whatever this is. Can tell me maybe in the description. Porsche supercar. This went for £170. Again, if you wanted to buy Technic, this was definitely worth it. All these farm vehicles. $240. This is some older stuff. And this was 120. God. This was 130 for all this. I don't even recognize half of these vehicles. Probably that old. More of them. This was... How much does this go for? 120. We're getting close to the end here, by the way. Some helicopters. This went for 110. More vehicles. This was how much? 95. This went for 150. I just wonder if there's some mock here behind it or whatever it is. Obviously got some loose parts that came with this, and I can see here the train here. The crocodile locomotive is in there, and got a feeling this might be some mock building. Looks like there's a chess set there as well. Some train track. And so the Beatles here. Just wonder what's behind there. Who knows? This was, how much did it go for? 170. And I think this one here is the last Lego auction that was there, which was the Quickie Mart and the Simpsons house, and obviously you can see in the background Mickey and Minnie builder cars, and the Minions are there as well. This went for $350. So yeah, that's an overview of everything that was part of this auction. So it literally took about a minute for each lot to go through it. I did it online. But yeah, now later this week I'm probably going to have to go and collect all this Lego. So that might come up in another video, then we can see what it looks like. But yeah, thanks for watching, and give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Bye for now.